Welcome to You Never Know with Lois and Diane. I'm Lois Taylor.
And I'm Diane Austin.
You're who?
I forgot. I'm Diane Austin, I think.
Yes, yes. Well, it's early in the morning. We're not used to filming so early.
That's true.
So you have some exciting news?
I do. The other day I went and booked a trip of a lifetime. And we're actually going to be going to Ireland, Scotland, England, and France. It's sort of my treat to myself. And yes, I have to take Sid, but you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody's got to look after you.
Yeah, this is true. Because apparently I fall and hurt myself.
Right? Yes, you be careful. You take out insurance for sure.
Yeah, no cobblestones. No cobblestones. So I'm excited. But last week we actually had a chance to meet with Beverly Frosch.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes.
So I'm excited about that. And I hope you enjoy this segment.
Thank you so much for coming here today, Beverly.
Oh, thanks for having me, Lois and Diane.
Yes.
Did you know you look like Reba McEntire?
Oh my God, yes.
I was going to introduce you as that, but then I thought I better not.
Only because people keep approaching me. Do you look like her? And then when in the U.S., people actually come up to me and ask me if I'm her.
Wow.
So it's just fun.
Well,
yes.
It's a compliment.
So you also go by the Blue Mountain Media.
I am on social media. So that is my handle in the, because I live in the Blue Mountain. I live right at the base of Blue Mountain. So that's why I call it the Blue Mountain Medium.
Yes, I follow you. She has a Facebook Live on one night.
Usually Wednesdays. Sorry, usually on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
late afternoon, early evening.
So it's twice a day, or it just depends on...
Oh, heck no. Just usually on Wednesdays.
Okay.
It's somewhere between 4 and 7 on a Wednesday, depending on my schedule. How's that?
Okay. Well, you're a busy lady.
So you sign in. She welcomes everyone, and she's live, and then you just sign in and say, "Hey, Beverly, it's Lois here," or whatever.
Yeah, people just ask any question. They can ask a psychic question. They can ask, "Oh, hey, I lost my my father George at age 57," and that's all they need to make a connection with spirit. So. I like to go direct with spirit when I have a situation like that, because then I get that particular spirit. I'm not going, oh, hey, I've got your great grandmother here, and she's like, and that happens sometimes, but I like to go direct with spirit. And then I've got the actual loved one that they're asking about.
Right, yeah.
Just to cut in for those out there who don't know, because we didn't say you were a medium.
Oh, just Reba coming in as a
They're not
lookalike.
psychic, are they?
God, they should be.
Just for the people out there.
Yes, no, true, sorry. So Beverly is a psychic medium.
Yes, she is.
That, but not your whole life. You started out in the healthcare and...
I started as a registered nurse, which I still technically am. I still have a license. I just don't practice. So I was a critical care nurse at St. Mike's Hospital in Toronto. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
And then I finished off as an emergency room nurse in another hospital in the GTA and retired from that. And then I went on and got my real estate license just because I wanted to do something different. And then when I moved here, I gave that all up and just stayed with my mediumship. So I just honored, I couldn't walk away from the mediumship. I had to fulfill it. So
when did you realize you were one?
You know what? I went for a reading and I was probably 42. And my grandmother had passed away. I really didn't need anything. I just went for fun. And I went, and the man looked at me and he goes, and he said something to me. He uttered something to me I'd never said out loud. I'd only thought in my head. And I went, this man's in my head. And he looked at me and he goes, you do what I do. I said, no, I don't. He goes, you do what I do. And I said, no, I don't. I said, I don't see dead people. And he said, and he explained it to me. And I went, is that what that is? I would know things about people I shouldn't know. I was like that my whole life, and I thought it was normal. I thought everybody could do that. So when he started explaining it to me, and I went, oh my God, I was hearing people in my head as in my own, like, you hear your own voice in your own head. You expected to hear, oh, well, there's a Scottish person in my head. They're having a conversation. It's not like that for me. I just know what I'm hearing is not my stuff, because I clear myself before I do a session. I'm like, okay, whatever I get is spirit. Or then I look away a lot when you see me on social media, because I have a huge internal vision. I'll superimpose pictures or memories or things that they want me to say, and I'm putting it all together. So that's how I work. I have this overwhelming sense of knowingness. And I remember years ago, before I made the connection with this, I was sitting with a friend of mine in Starbucks, and I won't say her name. And she
Lois.
said, no. I'm going to marry this man. And I said to her, you sure because of A, B, C, D, and E? And she's like, yes, it's going to be great. And I said, you sure? And 12 years later, she said to me, she goes, I should have listened to you that day. Every reason you said why I shouldn't marry, why, you listed, is exactly why I divorced him.
Oh, wow.
So I just have this sense of knowing. And I also have the ability to connect with people's higher soul self. So what, if they're being held back or they're not moving forward, Spirit knows that I have that ability. Okay. So
You have fun with it? Have you, when you actually have someone, or you're seeing something and you think, oh my gosh, that's funny.
So one day I was getting ready. And I always do a meditation before I meet somebody in person. So I sit and I clear all my stuff out of my head. And I happened to be in my office, so I wanted to kick my feet up, like on the little chair across from me. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, this woman in spirit's like, it was like she was hitting my feet off, going, take them off the table, take them off, take them off, take them off. She wouldn't leave me alone. So I went, fine. I finally said to her, this is my office, right?
Yeah.
And when the girl sat in front of me, I said, so your mom's really particular about having your feet on the table. She goes, oh my God, was she ever? Like I said, so, and I explained to her what she was doing to me prior to her coming. So
isn't that
it's
something?
pretty funny. Yeah, so, spirit.
So she was there knowing who you were going to be meeting with.
Oh my, I've had it up to 5 days before.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I try not to make that connection so I can have a normal life. It's really important to me.
Oh, absolutely.
But if I'm doing a large event, they'll try to slide in knowing that I'm going to be, Sometimes they don't even know. Like I'll give you an example. Like I was getting ready one morning and you're doing it in the mirror and you're just kind of zenning out, right? And zoning out. And I had this man in spirit. It was literally overwhelming. And he had been murdered. He had been hunted down and murdered in his property. And I felt exactly what he felt when he was being hunted down. And I said to him, you have to stop. I'm sorry. I can't do this. Go away.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was for. And I waited. So 2 days later, I found out who he was for. So I had 2 people that I knew that were connected to his brother ended up being shot to death 2 days later. And I had a family member involved in that because of just some authority things going on. And then fast forwarding in the following week, another friend of mine was connected and really good friends with the person who was murdered, this guy's brother who came to me, right, who'd been murdered, and then his brother gets murdered 2 days later.
Oh,
and I have 2 people I know that are connected to this whole. It was really weird. It really kind of like I can't make that up if I wanted to.
No.
And I don't think I can't go into details, but just out of courtesy to the people involved.
Like, could you solve crimes, do you think?
So I have gone and I have done a remote viewing course in Virginia with a lovely soul of a man. I know he won't mind if I mention his name on the air, Joe McGonigal. And Joe was head of the CIA remote viewing for 17 years. So I did a course with him, just working through and being able to see if you have a crime, where, what are you seeing? Where are the people? Where were they last seen? It's pretty interesting. So yeah, I have a huge family background of policing.
Okay.
So I'll get a call and go, hey, and I'll be like, hey, still alive, not far from where they last found, but there's a lot of trees and I can see, this in the distance. Okay, great, fine. Get a call later, 2 hours later, yeah, we found them.
That's amazing.
So there's some really good things you do. Like I've been to a few of yours and you are phenomenal.
Thank you.
You are phenomenal, and it's fun.
Oh, I make it fun, right?
You do
they
make
don't want
it
us to
fun.
sit around and be sad and bawl and have a horrible time.
I think that if someone passes, you want to know, number one, they're okay.
That's the biggest one.
Number
right there.
2, we're fine. And bringing up some of the funny little things that you remember, or if it's a necklace or jewelry or whatever.
Exactly.
Do you get that? Like, do you ask for a piece of...
No, I don't work that way at all. No, because what happens with energy of objects that we hold, and I've done training with that, it doesn't mean that the person that's been holding on to that as well for the past 10 years is that energy is incorporated into that as well. So I don't need objects to work with.
Okay.
The person sitting in front of me is not my client. They are.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
Right.
it does.
So
Pictures? You've done
pictures are fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I can even if you give me a picture of a living person, like if anybody's on, online dating.
Loser.
I'll write pages of somebody. Oh, no, Boyd, no, keep going. Mother issues, no, keep going.
We were actually, Lois, I think it was your niece. It was your niece, and she was at one of the ones you had. And she was single at the time, and you said to this young lady, there's someone in your life. and he's going to be soon. And you described him, and that was a couple of years ago.
And did she meet him?
No.
Oh, so
Not
COVID
yet.
ruined everything for everybody.
No.
No.
But you know what?
not
You
yet.
didn't give a time frame, though.
Okay.
You said there is someone there for you, and she was really happy about that. But maybe she's not ready yet. That sort of thing,
And,
maybe. I don't know.
You know, I'm hearing too that he's not available to her yet. So he could be coming out of a relationship that he's not available to her yet.
I see.
Right. And she
So-
doesn't put herself, well, this is totally off topic, but she, like, anyways.
Waiting for the Amazon delivery guy to come knocking at the door because she doesn't go out, right?
Yes.
That's a joke. If I have one more woman that says, well, I want to meet somebody and I want to meet the love of my life, but I don't really go out. And I said, well, unless you can order like some products being delivered, like good
it's true.
luck.
Yeah, it's not all one way.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of people feel that way. Well, I'll just sit here, because apparently he's out there and he's going to come find me.
In the world of 8 billion people,
Yeah.
there's more than one person for everybody.
Yeah, I know. Oh, really?
Makes it, oh, absolutely. So we're like chasing squirrels around.
Right?
Oh man,
So
we had a pick and I didn't know it.
You agreed to this. I hate to say this, but you agreed to this before you reincarnated into this body.
Yes, I did. I swear we met in a past life somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah, but everything I do has to be healing, or I don't want to do this work. I really don't.
Perfect.
It's not. I want to be healing.
and
for
you
people.
give back a lot to the community.
Yeah.
I've had you come for you love animals, and you've done lots of fundraisers for me. Bless your heart. That
I'm happy to do it anytime. Just reach out.
So we're actually planning one this September, and they can go on your website because we have a date, but we don't.
Or even
have
on
a
my
venue.
Facebook page too.
Oh,
on my
okay.
website, especially So if they watch my website and my Facebook page, and then yours as well.
Yes,
We'll have the venue posted.
You can put it on my
hopefully soon.
Facebook page or whatever.
Well, yes, but if
Chocolate
you go
Lovers
to hers,
Society.
you'll also get to see the live show that
Yes,
you do, which
thank
is
you.
great.
Yeah.
And that's on
yes.
Facebook. I do the live.
Yes.
So it's a Blue Mountain Medium on Facebook.
Okay. So we just go on Google and say the Blue Mountain Medium.
Yeah, and
and
it'll
it'll bring
pop
us
up.
to your website.
It'll take me at bluemountainmedium.com. It's really simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I keep everything very linear. It's very
Yeah.
simple to.
Well, I
to
find
follow.
what you say entertaining so much.
Oh yes.
You find what? Sorry, entertaining. I missed that.
You.
Me? Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Bless you.
But apparently you're not Reba, so you can't sing.
Depends.
Yeah. In the shower.
I sound great in the shower.
And you have a friend that's coming with you.
I
this
do.
September.
Helen Peacock is going to come with me, another fellow redheaded medium, and we are hilarious together.
Yes,
so,
I saw you.
didn't know
if they
this.
had a reality camera follow us around, people would be like, "Oh my God, like you guys are crazy!" Like we're funny together.
Yeah.
She gets all the we have different backgrounds, which is interesting, right? So when you see us on stage together, she grew up working in adult entertainment areas. It's a nice place to put it. And I grew up being a nurse, so I'm not. She gets the
She
horny
needs a
spirit.
pool.
You're both servicing.
Oh yeah. Public service.
Public service.
And it's hilarious because we both are trained. We both work the same way, so it's lovely. We know how each other works. We work the same way, and because of her background, and our backgrounds are different. We get different information because we have different libraries. So that's where it makes it fun for us on stage, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of fun.
We'll have to work out the logistics, but
We'll make it happen.
We'll have a meeting at Lois's.
Yes.
We know how much you like those.
yeah.
And I try not
I
to
need
miss
warning for those meetings. I need a cab after.
them. All the way to Blue Mountain. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for this event.
I am super
it's gonna
excited
be
too.
amazing.
It's gonna
I'm
be a
just
lot
so
of fun.
excited whenever you're around us because you're that vibrant personality
Yeah.
and you're so much fun. I can't wait for this new one, this new adventure.
Yes, the new adventure.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you, Beverly.
Hey,
thank you so
So
much.
much, and we're off to break.
We're off to break. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
We invite you to play What's My Line?
Welcome, Mrs. Baker. Those folks over there need to guess your extraordinary occupation.
Are you an entertainer, Mrs. Baker?
Yes.
Do people come to watch you perform?
Yes. Do you travel for work?
Yes, I do.
Do you ever wear a special type of costume?
Yes.
Is your job, physical?
Yes, indeed.
Are you a member of a team?
Yes.
Are you a professional baseball player?
Yes, I am.
Created during the Second World War, the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League included 68 Canadians. One of its brightest stars was my mother, Saskatchewan's Mary Bonnie Baker, a pioneer for women in sports.
Hi, I'm Tiffany James, the host of Her Story. Join us on Rogers TV as I interview various women in our community on how they found success in their own way.
Welcome back. We're here with Jessica Maish, and she is the owner of a winery nearby called the Roost Wine Co. Correct? Welcome.
Thank you.
So nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Of course, this is our favorite topic.
Of course.
Just so you know.
Good to know.
Whose isn't it?
That's correct. Yeah.
So we love doing wine tasting, right? It's a little early in the day, but we're game.
Sounds good to me.
Right?
Yeah.
We're always game.
So how long have you been in the wine business?
Well, we planted vines in 2013, just outside of Thornbury. We're sort of between Thornbury and Collingwood.
Okay.
Yeah, not too far in either direction. So we planted in 2013, and then our first vintage was 2016. And we opened to the public in 2017 with a very small batch of wine, and then slowly grew over the years. We are in a couple of the local LCBOs, but we sell mostly through the tasting room.
Has that always been your passion?
I'd like to say yes, but I'd be lying.
Okay.
No.
You've always liked wine.
I've always loved wine. There you go.
Well, there you go.
There you go. My husband and I started it and run the company, and it sort of fell into it, really. It was an idea that my family had. That property's been in my family for, since my grandfather owned it. So I'm trying to think, 1970s.
Oh, what's your maiden name?
Lapoitevin.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, he bought it in the 70s, and then it transferred on, and so we had an idea that we could grow grapes there, planted them, and then they did really well. So it was a matter of now what do we do? So my husband and I went to school to study. Yeah, I studied winemaking, and he studied the viticulture, which is the handling of and growing of the actual vineyard. Okay. And from there, it kind of mushroomed, and so here we are today. Yeah.
That's awesome.
What is a sommelier then?
So a sommelier is trained to taste and serve wine.
I see.
Yeah.
And you're not that, you just
I'm
make
not that.
it?
I make it,
Okay.
yeah. So they will focus more on the aspect of the different wineries, where they're from, the different wines.
I see.
Some of the master sommeliers can actually tell you where a wine is from, and even the winery by tasting it.
And the type of grape.
Yes, all of that. So we still, of course, focus on all the elements of what a wine tastes like and what it smells like, but it's pretty central to us. A lot of winemakers are also sommeliers. You'll find that too.
That's
but
what
there
I
is a
wondered
difference.
Yeah.
We should do that in our retirement.
Well, I would love to.
So you've got some great reviews for these wines.
Yes. I brought 3 of the sort of winery favorites, and as well as one of our sort of more, I guess it's a little avant-garde, a little different in a mini package. The 3 I brought today is Frontenac Blanc, which is grown in our vineyard. And it's becoming more and more popular. So this wine for us is our most awarded wine internationally and nationally. We've won awards in the States for it. It's won a double gold at the All Canadian Wine Championships. So it's gone on over the years to win multiple awards.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
I have one of those. It's so fancy.
Yeah, so this cuts the foil, which makes it a lot easier to come off cleanly.
Oh, I wonder what those are for.
Yeah.
I thought it was a nutcracker.
They're handy to have.
It could be.
It could be.
That's why I'm laughing. Oh, it just makes sense.
You do that really fast.
Yes, you do.
Years of practice.
Wow. I love the labeling.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone can see it, but it's just so attractive and so stunning. It's gorgeous. Really, really nice.
All right.
So this is the type of wine is a Frontenac?
Frontenac. So this grape, a lot of the grapes are recent, and particularly at our winery, we refer to them as cold climate grapes. So this grape in particular doesn't need any protection, is very disease resistant, and will survive temperatures down to -40.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's incredibly tolerant of all kinds of conditions and very easy to grow, which means we don't have to use a lot of pesticides on it. So for us, it really suits the area.
Would it be called like an organic then?
We're not certified organic, but we do try to stay as organic as possible in our own vineyard. My mother still lives on the property, and my husband and I feel strongly about that.
Yeah.
So both in the cellar and in the field. But because grape they're a perennial plant, meaning they come back every year, you don't get to replant them like lettuce. So we have to really look after the health. So we'll choose organic, but as soon as something comes up that maybe we don't have an organic input that we can use to treat it, we will use conventional, because if we lose them, then we start from scratch and it's 3 years before they produce another crop. So we try to be, I guess we would define it as sustainable approach, and choosing organic when we can.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that smells so nice.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I really apple.
Lots of apple caramel.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Wow. Love it. I'm sorry. I'm going to finish it.
No, go ahead.
Hide the bottle.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll leave it when I go.
I have a funeral today, so cheers. I know. Yeah. Here's to you. Yeah.
So the great thing about this wine is that it's really good with spicy food. So one of the few wines.
Spicy food.
Yeah, it's really good with spicy food.
We eat a lot of spice. Creighton makes his own my husband makes his own hot sauce.
Right.
And you drink a lot of stuff.
I've never seen anyone eat hot sauce, hot sauce like this young lady. My eyes watered just watching her eat it, because I thought, wow, yes.
This would be perfect.
This is very, very good.
Good. Thank you.
So really good. I love it.
So it's an off dry, so it's really nice, cold, and just nice to have on its own as well, especially if it's hot out and you're outside. It's great.
So is this one available in the liquor store?
No, this one is not.
Okay.
You'll find this strictly at the winery, and we do sell online. We're also at a couple markets in Thornbury and one in Creemore.
Okay.
So you can always order from us, and we will ship.
So my girlfriends and I were going to, my friend Lori Schwenger's has a place in Collingwood, and she always rents us a bus, and we're taking the tour. So I'll make sure we drop by, but
Perfect.
we are coming on a Saturday, so we need reservations, right?
Yes, reservations, especially in the summer. We do take walk-ins. It's not strictly reservations, but Saturdays are very busy, and we're usually fully booked.
Are you open all year round?
No.
You're not?
No. So we opened this year in April, and we usually stay open till the end of November.
Okay.
And then we close up to the public for the winter. But again, you can always order from us if there's something you'd like. And often we'll be in some of the winter markets. And some of the local LCBOs carry a number of our products.
What number in a group do you do for your deluxe wine tasting?
So group bookings can go up to 12.
Okay.
Yeah, we need a booking for over 6 people. So that we can make sure that we give the best experience.
Right.
We usually have a private room in the back for larger groups, and there's also an area outside that people can sit for larger groups, and they get their own host. So we do group packages.
We
and
want
those are
you.
available. You can request me for sure.
I'll write her name down for you.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea. You also, we can go and we could purchase wine. So you obviously have a gift shop.
Yes, we do.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the wine tasting for a minute. So when you do the wine tasting, of course, you're changing your palate. You have to. Is there a charcuterie or anything that you serve with that?
So ours is a little different model, and we started this years ago because cold climate grapes, things like Frontenac, are not known to a large group of the public. We're used to the varieties that we get from Europe. So people had a hard time understanding the grapes, which is completely understandable. So we said, look, we're going to change this. And we started doing seated tastings. So if you book a deluxe tasting with us, you sit at a table, you have your own host who serves you throughout, and the tasting is blind.
Oh.
So you have a conversation with the host, and they choose the wines for you.
So you have to wear
based on-
blindfolds?
You don't.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're tasting. So the host chooses it, She brings it to the table wrapped. You get to taste it without any preconceived notions, and you just really focus on whether or not you enjoy the wine or not, and then what you're drinking is revealed to you afterwards.
So besides the white, you have this, once again, beautiful label.
Yes.
And it's the sparkling rosé.
Yes.
Ooh, let's try that one.
So this is Bunch of Trouble.
It's what?
Called Bunch of Trouble. And it's because it was...
Was it named after us?
That's exactly who I had in mind.
Yeah, I don't see Lois and Diane on there, but it could be a thought.
The first time I'd made it, I was an inexperienced winemaker, had never made sparkling before, and it was quite difficult to make, and it turned out beautifully. But I went on to win a couple of awards as well, but that's why it was named Bunch of Trouble, yeah. Now it's warm, and sparkling wine should never be warm when you open it, so please forgive me. Note to viewers, make sure it's cold. It may explode. It's not because the wine is bad, it's because it's warm.
It's warm.
So we'll see.
I better finish this.
Oh, ooh. Good
No, it didn't.
job.
There we go.
Good
Fabulous.
job.
Again, she's done that before.
Yes. I'm way ahead of you.
Oh, look at the bubbles.
Look at the bubbles. Ooh.
You got more. Okay.
Now you
Even
do.
it up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What I liked about the white one also is when you swilled it in the glass, it actually had a little bit of a film, so you knew that was a good wine.
Yeah, well, that kind of reflects how viscous the wine is and the alcohol level. So if it really sticks to the glass, it tends to mean it's thicker and might have more mouthfeel.
Oh my goodness.
It's not sweet.
No.
That's nice.
That would be really good with fruits in it. Like sangria type of wine.
Yeah.
That would be really good with your strawberries, blueberries, whatever you put in there.
Yeah.
Wow. I really like that.
Great.
I really do. That's wonderful. That's
Oh my
wonderful.
gosh, I think we only have 2 minutes left.
What type of grapes do you have? What are they called?
Well, we call them cold climate varieties, but you would not probably know a lot of them. We have Lucy Coolman, which is a red grape, Frontenac Gris and Frontenac Blanc. The Blanc is in this wine here. We have a grape called Zigareba, which is a German variety related to Gewürztraminer, so very floral.
Oh, okay.
We have Lacadie growing, and we have Marquette.
That's wonderful. All those different wines. And this, of course, is your red one.
Yes.
And what is this one called?
That is Marquette, and that is grown on our property.
Let's try that little white guy there.
Thank you.
I'll just have a drink out of the bottle.
Well, you can do that. That's what they're for. They're good with made into a spritzer as well.
But they should be really cold as well.
All whites should be cold. Yeah.
So we could book reservations on your website.
Absolutely. Yep. You can order wine on our website. You can find out more about the winery and the different tastings that we offer. We offer a couple different formats, not just the seated tasting, but you can come in and have flights if you like and sit down in the garden. We have a fantastic garden. The view goes all the way out to Georgian Bay over the Beaver Valley.
Beautiful.
And it's in an 19th century barn, and you can sit inside if it's raining, so you're not
Oh, that's super
confined
cool. We have to fly.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you next time.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Rising from the ashes, spreading my wings wide. No more holding back, I've got nothing to hide. If you cross me once, you will feel my thunder shower. So don't mess with me, 'cause I've got the power. I've got the power.
The Bachelorette season premiere Monday, July 8th on City TV.
Hello, Grey County. I'm your warden, Brian Milne. Want to be the first to know about news, services, and decisions in your community? Watch Grey County Council meetings live from the comfort